What is good, YouTube? What's going on? Thanks, family. Danny here, back again with another one for you guys. And today I have the Noahx platform. Let's jump into it and check out Noahx in 2025. Let's go. Boom! Here we are on the platform, and right off the bat, you guys can see some massive bonuses. And like I said, man, platforms like this are always given huge bonuses, so getting involved early is key to stacking up those bonuses. Now, the steadfast in the storm, in a world where the financial tempest, the market has crashed, inflation surges, and economic upheavals go to the moon, and they threaten to erode wealth. That's where the Noahx actually emerges as a steadfast sanctuary, guys. All right, it's drawing inspiration from, Noah's Ark. Obviously, you guys can see the big ark right there, and this is the Noahx platform, you guys. The ICO is here. Round one has raised over 61,000 USDT. The total sold of the Noahx token is right there, and the number of contributors. And obviously, getting involved in a platform like this is extremely easy. All you do is connect your wallet. You select the token, Ethereum or USDT, and boom, you can actually get involved in the Noahx pre-sale. Now, obviously, pre-sale tokens are where you're able to get tokens at the best price before they hit the market and they start going up in value. And at the same time, you guys can actually check out their full white paper, which kind of outlines, introduction about the project, their vision and mission, the market gaps that they're actually going to be filling with this project. And some of them is obviously being illiquid traditional asset classes, high entry barriers that these guys are actually fixing with fractional ownership, costly and fragmented processes now being streamlined with smart contract infrastructures, the lack of transparency in the space being again fixed, and that gap being filled with transparent and immutable records, and obviously underutilized on-chain potential being investigated and dealt with DeFi integration and real yield. Again, those gaps being filled with the Noahx platform. The RWA market overview. So obviously, tokenizing real world assets marks one of the most pivotal transitions that we see right now in the evolution of global finance. And for how many centuries now, asset ownership altogether has been bound by physical documentation. It's been bound by jurisdictional boundaries, and obviously gatekeeping intermediaries that don't want the people to get their hands on the money. But with the advent of blockchain technology, some of these boundaries are actually being redrawn. It's making it more possible to digitize, fractionalize, and globally distribute real assets with unprecedented efficiency and transparency. And that's one of the major milestones that these guys are actually breaking as well in this space, allowing you guys to earn and learn. Now, some of the opportunities that we see today with tokenization is obviously tokenization of real world assets and the expanding market that's there right now with RWA tokenization as well. Now, the Noahx itself, the platform, the tech that's on the rise right now with Noahx, it's fully unlocking that potential of the RWA that we talk about, the real world asset tokenization, with the utilization of the blockchain and the integration with RWA markets. That includes markets such as real estate, commodities that represent ownership of physical goods like gold or grain with vault custody verification, and obviously live oracle pricings, financial instruments, collectibles, all sorts of goodies of that sort. In all these cases, blockchain is actually transforming these traditionally illiquid or sort of say opaque assets into a digital primitive that, you know, are borderless, are trackable, and are actually programmable utilizing the blockchain. Now, smart contracts also play a big role in that, and some of those functions have key function actually in making this very much possible. The Noahx ecosystem itself, some of the key functions there are obviously asset onboarding with legal wrapping, smart contract deployment on ERC20 and ERC721, price fees via oracles and custody proofs, token configuration, supply, access controls, revenue logic. All these are included, and the real impact is going to be, you know, financial institutions, financial inclusion for underserved regions, monetization for idle or illiquid assets, and formalization and digital verification of physical ownership. And obviously they're going to have the Noahx Launchpad that's going to give you guys major functions with deal pages, with detailed asset breaks down, KYC tools, you know, for regulatory alignment, fixed price auction and milestone based offerings, and the optional DAO voting for future community listings. And they're going to have a real impact in retail access to institutional grade asset deals, trust via the on-chain proof audits and real documents, and local projects get global visibility and fair capital. So huge milestones there. Obviously the Noahx DeFi is going to be there as well, with vaults that distribute rental or interest-based income, lending protocols using that RWA tokens as collateral, you know, RWA and stablecoin LP pools, and integration with multi-chain DeFi ecosystems. And obviously they have their own token, which is going to be the heart of the platform, the Noahx token, and its function is going to be platform utility, obviously, as always. So you're going to have staking and yield capabilities with that, and governance, obviously, so the holders can actually vote on DAO proposals, and the ecosystem incentives and fee discounts. So transactions paid with the Noahx token will actually receive a reduced service and network fee across the Noahx infrastructure, which is also very nice to see. And the token metrics can be seen right here. You can see 999 million Noahx is the total token supply. And obviously it is on the ERC20 chain, making it really easy to use with the Ethereum blockchain, and obviously built on for all sorts of dApps and so on and so forth. So that's really beautiful to see with the Noahx platform. They are fully audited as well by CertiK, which again gives us so much, you know, backbone with the platform. This is a blockchain that stands as both guardian and guide in the space. It is an unchangeable ledger that actually ensures every transaction is clear, every asset is traceable. It is an unchangeable ledger in that manner, which is really good to see. Actually, they are featured in, you know, you name it, Benzinga, Market Watch, Digital Journal, Business Insider, CMC, Street Insider, you name it. These guys have been looked at, and Noah's mission in this space is to protect all assets in all levels of all storms, and protecting investors through the storm with that arc, man. It's a very simple step to actually get involved, and how it works to tokenize with Noahx is you create an account, you tokenize your assets, and then you are able to actually access a global capital. So once listed, your asset reaches global investors, you can fundraise, track, and grow effortlessly from there. And they've got an operating model, obviously their beautiful operating model that goes something like this, which starts with the supplier feeding into the tokenization, and obviously the invoice going out. Then the tokenization goes to the mint. Ethereum's right there with DeFi adapters and NFT marketplaces, and the invoice goes to the buyer and gets fed back in with third parties as far as the funder, insurance, and the service provider. And the first journey tokenization real estate is going to be there with the Noahx estate, Noahx marketplace, Noahx lending, and the Noahx expansion. So they have all sorts of features in that sense as well. And the tokenomics, like I said, you can see a breakdown right here of where the token's being spent and where it's actually being allocated, including 50% going to the pre-sale and the rest being broken up between the liquidity, staking team, and the Noahx Foundation. Here's some more photos that you can actually go and check out. And for those who actually survived the storm and became prosperous, it goes beyond protection for that. And they are on social, so if you guys want to check them out on X, obviously their X is right here, Noahx DeFi. bringing the world on chain, and they do have a lot of activity and participation with their audience and their community. So if you guys want to check that out, there's a lot of engagement actually on their X, so you guys have a good community to be a part of, and over 19,000 subscribers actually on their Telegram channel. So I'll link that down below for you guys as well that are trying to check out Noahx. Again, the ICO is live. Check it all out. All the links will be down in the description for you guys to check it. And if you guys enjoyed the video, as always, smash a big thumbs up on the video. Leave a comment down below what you think about the Noahx. And I'll see you boys on the next one. Danny's out for now. Peace.